Hello everyone, Ashlyn Giza YouTube channel. Today I'm going to talk about HSG testing. The reason why I chose to pick this topic is because yesterday I talked about trying to conceive, so it reminded me that me and my husband got an HSG test to see if my fallopian tubes were still open. My insurance covered the cost of the HSG test, but other people who don't have insurance or whose insurance does not cover the HSG testing, it will cost anywhere from $200 to $700. Now, what it does is they check to see if there's anything wrong with your uterus. They check to see if there's anything wrong with your fallopian tubes or your ovaries, and they check to see if everything's open. So if something's blocked or something's wrong, you might have a little pressure or pain, but sometimes you won't have any pain at all. Like for me, I didn't have any pain at all, and the good news for me was that my fallopian tubes were open. There was nothing wrong with my uterus. There's nothing wrong with my ovaries, nothing. So it was a good test to get done. And the reason why we got the testing done is just to see if the simple reason to see if my fallopian tubes were open. Because we were trying to conceive and we weren't able to conceive and we didn't know why. So I did a bunch of research and I found out about the HSG testing. So I asked my husband if we could get it scheduled and do it, and sure enough, we were able to get that scheduled and get that done. Now, most of the time, you will probably need a recommendation from your doctor. You won't be able to just make an appointment to go do that on your own. You'll have to have the doctor, your OB or someone have a reference and give a reference to the hospital or clinic that you want to go get that testing done. But it's well worth it because when we found out that my fallopian tubes were open, we then just realized it was either a thyroid issue because I have no thyroid due to cancer, or we were just realizing that it was an ovulation issue where I wasn't able to ovulate or something like that. So we were able to find out they were open and just get put on fertility meds, and then after that we were able to conceive our promised baby. And I talk about that in my last video I made yesterday, trying to conceive. And I actually had my son, the one that's babbling and making noises in the background, I actually had him in the video yesterday too. So, this basically, I will go through the procedure quick of how they did it at the clinic I went to. So, the clinic I went to, I wouldn't say it was a clinic. I went to the hospital here in Cedar Rapids, Iowa to get mine done. And, I was able to take my anxiety medication prior to coming to the procedure, just because I was scared. But you have to make sure that you're not taking anything else, like I said earlier in this video. And then after that, they make you change into a gown, and then you lay down, and then they put your legs up in the stirrup things, and then they tell you what they're gonna do. So they insert this little tube thing with the dye, and then they press a button or whatever they do to inject the dye into you. And like I said, they let you know everything they're doing. So then when the dye is going in, they'll tell you the dye is going in, and you'll be able to watch with them on the screen. At least where I went to get it done, you could, and you watch the dye go in. So if you see the dye going through your tubes into your uterus and everything, then that's a good sign. And they'll tell you too, like most of the time, that everything looks good, but they won't go into great detail until a doctor actually, or your OB will actually look at it. So after they do that, that's basically it. And they tell you, they make sure you're feeling okay and everything like that. There's really no reason that you wouldn't be, but they make sure you're feeling okay and everything like that. And then you sit up and they talk to you a little bit and let you know when your results will be in, and then you go get changed, and that's it. So it's pretty easy, but if you want other people to talk to about it, I mentioned in yesterday's video that there is a great app called Glow, and lots of women talk about the HSG testing on there. So I own no copyrights to the Glow app. I just wanted to mention it so other women can communicate about this testing. So that's my topic for today, and I will be on with another live topic tomorrow. Thank you guys.